What is up, Battalion, and welcome back to Star Wars Empire at War. Yeah, so it's this again. This is actually being filmed a day after the one I am probably going to be putting up earlier today. You know, when it crashed. We're all very familiar with that. Regardless, yeah, I wasn't able to get the recording done because the game just crashed and I gave up. But that aside, I'm using the corporate add-on mod, and it's a cool mod that adds a bunch of new factions to the game. As you can see here, though a lot of the old assets are being used, I'm playing the Galactic Empire, that's it. Galactic Empire, Galactic Alliance. Galactic Alliance, that's it. Yeah, I know my lore. Regardless, this is pretty much the same map. You can see I'm starting to get harassed here, and I wanted to choose this faction just because they have the best ship in the game that you can get right away. No more of that fluffing about trying to dial me. There we go. Yeah, my computer's pretty fresh off the startup, so it's a bit rickety. But that's besides the point. As you can see, I wanted this because I get a level 5 station right away, and I'm fighting the Yuuzhan Vong, who's get a level 5 station right away. But mostly, I wanted this. There she is. This thing is just so stupidly overpowered. Hold on, when it warps in, you get to see all the boys. Yeah, most of those are laser cannons. Yeah, we got turbo lasers all mounted along here. Then it's just concussion missile launchers, ion batteries, laser cannon batteries, ion, laser, ion. Yeah, it just alternates. It's absolutely ridiculous. 2 shield generators, 1 engine though. But you're not really going to be needing to go anywhere once you've gotten this into the fight. So, and this one's also actually broken. This gun turret right here, yeah, won't die. So this ship will actually fight forever, and you'll never lose it. Granted, it'll only have 1 gun firing, so it's essentially disabled. Okay, so the Yuuzhan Vong have been picked up down here, and that worries me because that's a fairly large circle, a bit larger than what I usually find. So I'm just going to send all this down here. I'm gonna get straight into the fight before the game crashes on me. As you can see, I also have a secondary toy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it in this, because it's quite difficult to get enough money. I'd have to be saving up for quite a fair bit of time. Frick it, I'll do it for you guys. It's not a very powerful ship, but it's still a stupidly awesome ship. So as you can see, the map's been revealed. It's a smaller ship than I expected, Midgas. And if you read the description for this ship here, it was actually used against the Yuuzhan Vong. And so that's pretty cool. There's actually a bit of continuity. Oh my god, I'm being attacked by a rock. Yeah, Yuuzhan Vong ships. If you haven't seen my Battlefront 2 video with Infinite Clip, where I just pretty much spent the entire time talking, I talk a bit about the Yuuzhan Vong and how they have these living ships. And that's pretty much one of them. All these rocks, yeah, they're living creatures. So I'm slaughtering a bunch of innocents. You can see that I'm starting to get surrounded by smaller ships. I'm surprised by the amount of ships they actually have with them. A lot of fighters now, so I'm hoping to take as little damage as possible. I'm going to start getting my bombers over there and use a fighter screen. As you can see, because it's the Galactic Alliance, they use both X-Wings and interceptors, so it's a little touch, but it's a nice one. As you can see, this ship's just wrecking everything. Shields aren't even touched. The only thing getting through is currently missile launchers, and it's not even targeting something important. So my Trident class is just pushing through, and it's not going to stop for anything. It's just going to push through as if it was nobody's business. I'm going to try to capture these points here. And I'm hoping that I get a bit of... I hope the enemy captures some mines, because once this thing goes down, that's pretty much all their money down the drain. Which would be kind of sad. I don't want it to end. Well, I want a bit of opposition is what I'm saying. Starting to take some frames now just because of the amount of particle effects right now. That's probably just my computer, honestly. Most people will probably run this pretty well. But as you can see, this Trident class is huge. And the amount of fire it's putting off is ridiculous. I actually use these ships in the channel trailer, and they're such good ships. Such good ships. I'm starting to get fired on quite heavily now. And they're starting to take out the nose of my ship. But I'm not overly worried, because compared to what their situation is, I could risk losing. So I'm trying to finish off just the last of the ships here. And I finally got my fighter down here. Bloody long trip. So as you can see, I'm starting to be attacked up here, and I need to make countermeasures immediately, or else I'm not going to survive long enough. I'm just gonna buy one little Corellian Corvette just so it can buzz around the place and deal with these fighters before they get, you know, out of hand. So as you can see, exchanging some serious fire right now, and I am winning this engagement by quite a way. Oh, not as much as a way as I was hoping. Yeah, the Yuzongvong are really strong, I suppose, against these ships. I've never seen the Saber class go down so quickly. I guess you get what you pay for. So I'm just gonna jump the ship in right here, just to deal with these last stragglers. Again, no music. I'll probably throw some in if I get the time. Today was a school day for me, so I don't have a lot of time to record. But yes, May the 4th. May the 4th today for me. A lot of fun that today was. Wow, they're really just laying the fire down on this thing. I'm about to lose my shields. That's ridiculous. Something is currently shooting my Corvette, and I need to deal with that now. I'm trying to get a good shot on this. You can see they're starting to target my shield generators, which I'm not too happy over. But it does make for some really nice shots. I didn't really realize the scale of their ship until now. It's actually fairly large compared to the Saber class, and that's saying something because this thing is huge. But I'm fairly confident in my ship's ability to take everything out. It's probably firing at one of these that's glitched, so they're going to be on that for a while. You can see that the front guns are starting to put fire down, and I'm starting to try to switch fire over before they take out my Corvette. I got them concentrating on the fighters. They're fairly heavy duty fighters, honestly. I'm fairly shocked by their durability. Granted, most of the Yuzongvong stuff is quite tough. So, ah man, I missed the ship getting destroyed. It pretty much just poofs out of existence, honestly. So I'm just trying to deal with these last two ships here that I was originally engaged with. My shield generators are barely holding. I did lose one of the shield generators, but the other one's still holding strong, so there's that. I kind of wish my Corvette would get over here. The one thing that the And we're back. I'm not sure if you heard about the whole fast forwarding thing, but I fast forwarded a bit, and now I'm ready to build the ship. And that's just gonna take quite a while to tick down. So, more fast forwarding. I'll actually put on the music. I'm foolish. Oh well. Alright, and we're back. As you can see, they just took out my shield generator, the buggers. That's really bad and annoying. So I'm gonna start retreating with my Saber class. Trident class, sorry. And now the huge. Yes! Here she is. Yeah, it dwarfs. It dwarfs everything. It is nothing less but the Super Star Destroyer. Granted, it's really not that powerful. It's a bullet sponge. Yeah, I think it would be a bit better if the guns weren't so spaced out, like with the Trident class. Look at all those guns. This thing has more guns than this. But regardless, it looks bloody cool. And it's going to lead the charge, and it is also all the shield generators. All of them. So it's a tough nut to crack, but once you crack it, it's pretty chewy. What am I seeing? The boy squadrons. Alright, I'll begin pushing up with my Trident class, though there's not much you can do at this point. Put in a bit more fast forward, because this thing is slow. I'll keep talking, though. It's better played at twice speed, just because look at the freaking size of this. I can't even get it on my screen. That's how ridiculous it is. Oh my god, it is very flat. It's essentially a floating city. Look at the model is really nice. I understand that I'm getting quite a bit of lag when I'm looking at it, but I think it's worth it in the long run. Oh my god, it's just so pretty. So pretty. Such a pretty ship. The jitteriness could be coming from the fact that I am currently playing this at 2x speed. I'm going to start turning my Trident class around just because it's starting to actually kill their base. And also it's taking a bit of a mullering. They're targeting the engines, buggers. Trying to stop me. It's too late. I'm trying to tell the ship to start moving up, but it's not having it. It is just not having it. Push forward, full. I'm not sure why it has a deploy squadron ability. I think it should be a bit better than that, but it isn't, so we have this. As you can see, just an onslaught coming from the enemy base. Even with their low rate of fire, my fighters are getting nicked. So I'm gonna return to normal speed, start bringing my Trident back. I don't think it's too fun with all this back and forth nonsense. As you can see, because of the way that the guns are distributed, these guns still don't have a shot. That's kind of the downfall of this ship. I wish it was a bit better, but alas, it isn't. Oh well. you still get this awesome footage. As it just pushes forward, taking fire from the enemy Yu Zhongguang. But you will not have any of it. It will push forward and destroy their base. Yeah, just a bit of narrating there, why not? Right, with my terrible fighters ready, just kind of sitting back, I'm just going to send them into the fray to get killed. Because that's what you do. That's what you do in this kind of situation. So I'm starting to get shots, and you're going to see their shields start to whittle. Even if the ship's guns are quite spread out, most of them do have a range, and I don't care who you are, that's pretty brutal, that amount of fire. And it can take just hits for days. You can just see it starting to unload. It's absolutely ridiculous. I love it. It's such a beautiful model. Such a beautiful ship. I love this game just because it's cinematic. That's the only reason I like this game. Just for the cinematicness of it all. What's this? Where's that? Oh, the little buggers. Right, so I'm gonna send a few fighters over there. Try not to distract you too much from the action, though. It's awesome. No matter which way you slice it, it's awesome. My trident is finally getting some shots off, and these powerful volleys. And we're just gonna start ripping through their defenses. You can see now the combined firing force of my two capital ships are just starting to wear away at the enemy's base. Your shields are just about down, and the Super Star Destroyer, taking all the shots currently, just doesn't care. It's just sitting there and taking it. You can see the proton torpedoes, they're moving in, taking out key features without having to take out the shields, but who cares? They're through the shields, and it's pretty much done now. Like, the amount of damage they've done to me compared with what I've done to them is just astronomical. It is a beautiful ship. It's not great for competitive. Oh, just a beautiful shot here. Yeah, it's a beautiful ship, but in all fairness, it's not great for competitive. Once you if you have it alone, and you have two capital ships, if you're willing to sacrifice them, will pretty much disable this. It won't kill it, but it will probably disable it, taking out a good side offer. But as you can see, they don't stand a chance. They don't got reinforcements. They're using the puny guns on their space station. Only good against small frigates. And even the fire they're putting down is barely doing anything. After all that fire, they got the turbo laser down to 60%. It's pretty foolish, and I don't think it's worth the money to have it, but it's definitely just worth the looks. I don't care who you are, if you see a freaking flying city flying towards you with guns mounted on it, I'd be scared. I'd be pretty scared. We are victorious. Yeah, so model has reverted back. Yeah, don't mind that. Just mind this. Beautiful, beautiful ship. And screenshot. So that will be that. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a short battle, or this will be the last one. I'm not sure where I am in the timeline. I'm not sure which order I'll do them. Well. So with that, I bid you adieu. Adios.